worrying about falls is a common concern for people living with MS and a valid concern. So overcoming that fear of falling and that cycle that fear of falling can create, one fall can lead to less confidence, which can lead to less activity, and then the consequences of prolonged inactivity can also be challenging. So overcoming that fear of falling is really, really important. One of the ways we can overcome it is by thinking about how your balance is challenged and the situations that you feel your balance might be a little bit compromised. So the first step is really talking to your healthcare provider and really describing, these are the situations when I've had a fall in the past, and these are the situations where I feel like my balance is compromised or feels really unsafe. But once you've established that, then you can kind of start to dive into really specific strategies. And some of those strategies could include modifying your environment. So maybe rather than having the beautiful rugs on the floor, the rugs need to come up because they're a trip hazard. Or maybe it's adjusting the lighting just a little bit. In addition to modifying your environment, you can also think about different tools that could be helpful. Canes, walkers, other adaptive equipment can help improve balance and stability in a variety of different situations. And the last thing you can do to consider to help you with your balance are different exercises. And I'm going to actually take a little bit of a deeper dive into the exercises that can help with balance, because it's a bit of a detective work. And the detective work starts with you, again, describing those situations where you feel your balance is challenged. So there are essentially two parts to balance. Your neuromuscular part, so this is having sufficient strength, timing, coordination of those muscles involved with keeping yourself upright and steady. The second aspect are those sensory systems that help with balance. So our eyes, our inner ear that helps to interpret rotational movement and translational movement, as well as the muscles and nerves in our legs, or that ability to sense position and space and have that message come from your feet and from your legs up to your brain and tell your body about where your balance is. So once you have a sense of those situations, you can say, hey, you know what? When I turn my head in the kitchen to respond to my kids, that's when I lose my balance. Then that PT or that rehab professional can say, hey, okay, so maybe we need to try some vestibular exercises to work that inner ear, and maybe that will help improve that situation. Or maybe an example where you feel like your balance is compromised is when you get up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. Very common. You can't use your vision as well for balance, so those other two systems have to work a little harder. How can we train? How can we adapt, maybe with equipment or tools? Or what exercises can we do to make that situation safer? The final example I would give is maybe an uneven surface. Say you want to go in the backyard. Grass, gravel, ramps, inclines, things like that can be really challenging. So how can we work those systems to allow you to improve your balance ability in those circumstances? So lots of different ways that balance can be improved. This first step is to really identify those situations where your balance is compromised, and then work with your healthcare team to do that detective work together to figure out the strategies to help you improve.